Hi team, welcome back. Welcome all. Day 6 for our AnyAUT certified tester. We'll do a shorter session today. It being Halloween, I'm sure most of us from US would have a busy evening. But primarily team, today's focus, we've gone through a lot. ERA is the main thing. Remember that it needs to be efficient, reusable, and accurate. So as we get into detailed frameworks, this becomes our benchmark. And that is how we can compare one framework to the other or one automation solution to the other. And this becomes where anything in the automation will fall under these three categories. And we also know the three components that are used to building a automation test step. So team, always keep that in the back of the mind that we'll break down everything into modules and each module into test cases and each test case into steps. And in fact, each time we will repeat it with multiple sets of data, test data to go into it. So when we're talking about the three component to build automation, a single test step. Okay, that's the like the brick in the wall. So using a brick, we can build even a castle, but the smallest component that we're using is a brick, and that becomes the dimension. So that's the same thing that we're talking about, test step being one brick in that wall. And the three most important components are what is it that we want to do, where we need to perform that, and any additional data or information that is needed for it. And team, so we were looking at AnyAUT as a web application, and in today's session, okay, so this, I made some changes here. Yeah, I did, but that's okay, because this is an important one. Oopsie. Accurate, okay, and that way I can, so here we are. All right. So team, by the way, before I make sure you all are aware, JPACT, live projects, everything is scheduled starting tomorrow morning, mock interviews 8:30 a.m. and then the live projects 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. So JPACT members, please register, not yet approved. Chandana will look into it and approve it. So now what are we talking about, team? We spoke a little bit about improving our Excel and any architecture. So we're going to get a little deeper into this, team, today. And I want you to take all this as a practice exercise as well. We're working on improving our Excel. We've seen the base version of it, but primarily the most important change that we did in this is the fact that we also said that if, keyword I give as an action, element identification, and test data, then it is sufficient for us to execute test case. Sorry, team, do you hear any background noise? I don't know, there's a family around on very close to my alley. But anyways, so I have not explored keyword yet or element ID or element ID a little bit. Test data is easily understandable for us. And we also created saying that, let's keep all keywords here, test data here, or an element map here, instead of hard coding it. All that we're saying is for each of these commands, the keywords, there is a specific description that we can build. And let's work on a little bit about what they do. So open browser, it opens a browser. I'm not going to take too much time in writing those descriptions, team. But as they say, that is what we want them to perform. Now, the way we have written AnyAUT is if I have a good structure, then I can write the tests and execute them without any coding needed. So let's now focus today on AnyAUT totally, team. So go to AnyAUT.com. Please, I hope by now you all registered with your own accounts. I'm going to log in and try and delete as much as I can quickly. So we'll start with a very fresh one that way. There are reusable, so built-in keywords, user-defined keywords. Let's see if there are any. None. Okay, good. Test data. Next 3 days, team, we're going to spend completely on this. Any suggestions for a new application that we can take to explore now? Little bit more easier. So rather than, a dynamic application, that we will do a lot once we get into Selenium WebDriver. Element map. I'm going to delete all of these. Please do suggest, put in your chat, what application would you like us to take? Something very simple, easy for us to understand. Take a few good scenarios and write them. No, we'll take a different application team. Polaris, kayak.com, Facebook, Best Buy, QA on Air. We can do Facebook as well. QA on Air we've done a few times. I just thought I'll change. Buy is a nice e-commerce one. That's fine too. I like Best Buy as well as an idea. Kayak I did a few months. I mean, yeah, sometime back. The Internet Hero. Wow, they're nice. There's a Polaris website. Carrentals.com. Car rentals. Sorry. Carrentals.com. I'm just reading out from the chat team. Slideshare.net. Best, yeah, priceline.com. The internet, what is this? I don't even know what this is. So I'm going to type this. I can't even copy that message anymore. The internet hero KUP log. What is this? This one? Tom Smith. Okay. It's become viral, is it? And super secret password. Super secret password. And an exclamation. Login. Not bad. I did. And then log out. That's very cute. Practice for automation. No, very nice. This is good. So the ones we will take to practice for applications, little complicated ones, I'll do it little later, team, but more regression, some functionalities and so on. LinkedIn Learning, healthcare.gov, shutterfly.com, Pinterest. And team, please keep that coming while I'm cleaning up this. And you're hearing right, out of what I'm hearing, if I can take at least a few ones, I'll start with the beginning and write them here. Let's vote on them. This Polaris, I don't know why. uh, let's see if this Polaris, there's something we can do. I don't know. It's slide share. I have not touched on slide share. Best Buy. Do we have, I'm okay, by the way, team, for the live projects, I'm getting we may have a few Salesforce projects coming our way. So for that, I'll keep that open. But for our practice, bestbuy.com, sure, e-commerce should be good. Healthcare gov, Costco, nurse.com, usajobs.gov, Humana, DoorDash, Cleveland Medical Clinic.org. Wow, team. This is what I'll do. I'll take a screenshot of what I see. Did it come? Oh, nice. There you go. I got a screenshot so you all can see what everyone is saying. So we've got a lot of it. So can you all just keep a look on these? Which ones we should vote for? Costco.com is interesting. Everyone can at least relate to, what we're doing. Or if we say Costco.com or Human, and no one has really done too much or seen. This is fantastic. Anyone has a live project that you would like us to share, which your client is fine with, and you think that they may, you'll benefit from developing a POC like this? So what we're going to be doing, team, is all non-coding based approach to begin with. So test steps, don't have too many, delete. My demo account I'm cleaning up. So if I creating this, I want to create the, a good demo out of it. And there's some AnyAUT updates to the orange version. I'll kind of include them too. I hope I can delete a module. Then what will happen to my test cases? Let me see. I just left one module right now, a couple of them. Test cases, user admin module is still there. Let's say I delete this. Some of the test cases. So I have to kind of delete them. And this is like, the idea is not to kind of delete them like this, team, but we are keeping some portability between Excel and this in the next version. That should solve that. Now let's see modules. Okay, delete. Delete. All right, team, do we have a winner? Macy's.com. I've got more. Satish, you have a project. Nice. Is that something that you can speak about if I unmute you for a couple of minutes? Just explain about the project, and if it fits into what we're doing, then maybe we can. Hello, Satish.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
All right, Karthik. I'm currently working for Sony's car wash factory, and we have a web application like any other company. And I just created some test cases for just the basic login functionality.
Uh-huh.
eh, And
Did you say Sonic Car Wash?
yeah, Sony's car wash, exactly. Yeah, not
Supersonic1.com?
Supersonic, Sony's car wash.
Supersonic1.com.
Not Supersonic. It's Sony's car wash. I can let me give you
Yeah.
one.
Ping it to me, please.
Yeah, let me ping it to you.
Thank you. Kelly Services, Columbia Sportswear, Macy's.com, Anthem, BCBS, clevelandclinic.org. I'm just reading what else I've got from the others, team. And team, absolutely any, even a simple application, if they have features, it's all about. See, then if they have an IT solution, they need testing. And if that entire testing CI/CD little bit is being done with automated, is being done with one person, they don't mind having one quality engineer in the team. And every large to small organization look at projects as micromanaged. So that's the final thing. What's our module under it? Did you ping me, Satish?
This is like the front end,
Got it.
but
So
I currently do my testing on my QA.
I hear you, but if I put this one,
So this is my
um,
QA site actually. I mean,
sure, the other one is your QA one.
yeah. So if you want, like,
Now
give me one
the
second. I'll try to connect to that and try to share it. You want me to share it, right?
no, that's, yeah, you did put that thing. I'm trying to
Yeah, you cannot get
put
into
back.
QA from here actually.
From public, I cannot go to QA.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is this the public version,
Uh,
like
yeah,
Prestige, so and so
yeah.
this
That's the
link,
public
right?
version. There you need to have username and password and everything.
And when it comes to QA dot,
Yeah, you cannot have access. It'll give you like, yeah. So,
Correct.
yeah, give me
Got it.
1 second. Give me like a minute. I'll try to set it up for you.
Now, then there we can do it in two ways, and this is
Yeah,
a good looking application. We
yeah,
can do two ways of doing it, Satish. One
yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
you give us maybe a, I don't think we can log into QA, but some kind of a
No,
QA
I can give you
credentials
access
on
to.
this one.
Yeah, can you connect to my screen if I do that?
Sure.
Then we can do it in
Uh,
QA.
yes, and we would like to see the application and then
Yeah,
tell us how we can execute at our end.
yeah, yeah. Give me
Then
one
we
second.
all will be able to participate in that automation. I've just made you the presenter.
Yeah, yeah. Mm, I'm using actually another my office laptop to connect to the webinar. Maybe I'll have a second connection.
No worries, sure. But for now, you're able to share your screen. You have to
Yeah,
click on that
I want to go
icon.
into the other screen. Give me 1 second. I'm connecting right now with my office
Thank you,
laptop.
Satish. Thank you.
Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an attendee in listen-only mode.
All right, so Satish is connecting from another machine. Um, I don't know which, maybe he will exit from this. Satish,
All right, you can hear me from this computer or the new computer?
I can hear you, but how will I see the screen?
Okay. Yeah, now you can give me one more time this one, like,
Access?
yeah.
Okay, yes. Oh, you use the same credentials that got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Also, when you're doing it, just give us a brief overview about the application, what it does, and what is it that we need to be kind of testing overall.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Okay, so this is like I started like after yesterday you started AUT, right? So I started like expanding my login functionality over here. Like I started initially with last Fridays I've been started on this one.
brilliant,
So
brilliant.
so this one needs to be expanded. The first part is already expanded as much as I can. The remaining test cases needs to be expanded as we go on. So
Absolutely.
I put
And
like my
you know,
whatever effort I could put, I put it as last 2 days. So
and see,
and
look at the fact that
yeah.
we have not even shared these sheets, and you're creating it in a similar template or fashion. That
Yeah, because I'm
shows
trying to
how
just
evolved.
mimic you. I'm
And
just trying to follow your
I,
words. That's it.
I'm so glad about that. I'm
Yeah,
really happy to see this. Very
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, okay, let me take you to the screen. Okay, okay, this is the one. Okay, so I'll give you title.
Uh-huh.
All right, give me one.
And you could share the credentials maybe later also. I could also start with the login page, just saying, and as we go along, but please, we
Okay,
would like to see.
okay. So this is okay. Actually, my test cases over here. I put my username and password here, like everything. The first. Yeah, okay. You can take it out from here. Whatever I've done, you can easily figure it out.
Fantastic, fantastic. So that's a login test case,
Yeah.
and we have that.
I
Now,
created
but
like a case where I want to fail the login scenario where I give one username and click it login. So it should fail, right? So those type of scenarios I started building up over there.
sure, sure.
Yep.
Different variations of login itself, correct?
Exactly, exactly.
Perfect. Now, but the application post login looked interesting. Can we see that UI once?
Oh, you want to see? Yeah, this, yeah, it's
All
in
right.
Chrome. Okay.
Now, first look, team, do you think this is something we can automate? Satish, let's wait. You wait for it, but I want to
Yeah,
hear
I'll
from
keep
the others.
quiet. Yeah.
I want to hear from the others. And typically, when we see this, it is very challenging, especially when it gets to specific details. But believe me, it can be. All that we need to do is identify, and we have add-ons also. But can I get control for your machine, for your screen, for just
Yeah.
playing around a little?
Yeah. Go ahead. This is QA, so yeah, figure it out.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, sorry, I need to click view control. All right.
So let's see if I have the mouse now. If you let go of the mouse, okay, great.
All right.
So I can see, so we have the menu bar. And if you look at even AnyAUT from as an application has that side menu bar. We have a dashboard here, and that's brilliant. So I click on the dashboard, the data gets loaded. So one of the most important things post login is to keep a hard wait, as the page is loaded, but the components within the page are still taking a few seconds more. But anyway, so once, and we have the regular user verifications that we could do here. Menus are there. I have a tag here. I don't know what they mean, but I'm sure you'll explain. Just playing around as if I'm a layman. I'm going to inspect this. So this becomes one of my widget. This is only in the dashboard page, team. And it's a cool thing. Okay. So it's kind of identifying what it is they've got. Data site ID, that is cool. And seems to be nicely organized with the title and everything. So we can maybe use these also. Cool. Now, when it comes to tables, let us see. Perfect. It's a table. All I need to do is read table and then analyze the table. And the one of the biggest challenges is when we have to go and search for 11 a.m. and then go to a specific column and search for or do some action there. So table is okay. Graphs a little bit more. We can always do on mouse over and then maybe an F8 on this and mhm. Okay, here. Oops. And there's a lot to play around. Post login. Okay, so dashboard, at least the graphs part, if I can leave alone, let us say that it's a little, we can, but more focus on that. Let's see search. Fair enough. Promotions, I have to, okay. Wow, this is a mini ERP system, team. It'll be fantastic to work on. We will be glad to. Is everyone fine that we can approach this? Give it a shape? Yeah, all of us? I'm just getting the answers. And you're right, you're fine, right, Satish?
Yeah.
But how about the credentials of login?
This one is for my QA. I can.
Can you
Uh,
create one more for us
okay, I can create one more for you guys.
and then share it to us? Till then, we'll just do the front page as of now.
So, but how do you guys, other guys, do the same application? Like, you want to create just for this session or
So
something?
uh, only for this session. Maybe after
Okay.
1.5, 2 weeks, we can delete that
Okay.
account.
The thing is,
Or
like, Karthik, this what happens is every time because the QA, constantly we get the new code, we constantly flush the data, but I can use the same username and password. I can retain it for you guys. All right.
uh,
The
if
code will
you
be changing because we are getting new code every other day.
sure, the only
Yeah.
challenge then, Satish,
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
none of us should mess with your already their data
Yeah.
and flow. So that is very important. Give
Yeah.
us a
Yeah.
quick walkthrough, 5 minutes
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Then we
Sure.
will we will look at how.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So, all right. So guys, this application is a web application where it interacts with the point of sale. Like, let's say a customer comes and wants to buy any type of wash. We create washes over here, different types of washes you see here. And for different size, they can put like different pricing and everything. Same wash can be a different pricing. We can always create an item for a wash item here. And you see, like the pricing will be like either all sites or individual sites. You can put like one in Los Angeles can be having one wash price, and one in San Jose can have a different wash price. So that way you create so many washes over here, and these washes all will be batching into point of sale. We use a RabbitMQ where everything batches over there, but this is a website where everything that has to be sold at the point of sale has to be created at this one. And
So it's
and
like
for
an admin dashboard to
yeah,
create everything, and it'll get displayed on the main point of sale.
yeah, the point of sale also will be configured over here. I'll show you how the point of sale looks from here. Actually,
Perfect.
so if this is one of the sites, you see the point of sale buttons. See, this is how you can create your prepaid plans and washes. Everything can be done from here. You see the washes, whatever washes we created, we can create the buttons over here. I go here, I say I want a item or service, then I can, from that I can drop down and say I want this wash, and again all the washes drop down, and I select here and click apply, and immediately the moment I click save, everything batches into oh, point of sale. So I can show you that one. So you see here, everything that comes over here. Don't worry about the pending items here. That needs to be batches. That's a different thing. But once you get everything in green, everything keeps seamlessly going into the point of sale, whatever we create on this end. So, and then we have the other things where you can create the customers, employees, and house accounts. So pretty much everything, the manager of the company manages everything from the website and ensure that his employees can work at the site, basically. And you have different types of codes you can create, like a discount codes. So these are promotions, campaigns, and the recurring washes where it's a plans we create. So these plans are tied into each wash, which plan can pick up which wash and everything. So yeah, this is the overall things, and then you have the reports where depending on the types of sales, you can create different reports on the sales. And also if you have if you have two or more sites, you have multi-site comparison where every hour how each site is doing, so the managers here can compare it on the web. So everything comes back to the website. All the data that's being generated at the point of sale always comes back. Yeah, yeah. So there's plenty here. We can actually, if you want to start with taking a small module, and we can always do this one.
Fantastic. So this
So
is
Karthik, you want to show it only in the class, or you think people needs to access this site outside the class?
if they have to practice on it, they have to access
They cannot
outside.
practice because they need to be. I'm right now on my VPN showing you from my office actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so on a public ID which you have,
Uh-huh.
do you have a test account?
No, we don't have that type of accounts. This is like purely QA. I'm showing you connecting through
And
VPN.
you are connected through VPN or it's your office
Yeah,
machine, right?
yeah,
So
exactly. So,
we all cannot do the same then.
no. So,
Yes, but all we can do is only the front page. So how does the application look as a login, regular
yeah, this
one?
one is
When
exactly
we
the
log
only thing
into
you
it?
see here, the QA. You see the QA,
No,
that's
not
only one
that.
that different. Uh-huh.
There's not too much to test for us on the main URL itself.
Yeah,
Uh,
no.
login screen.
Yeah,
And
no.
we need some kind of a credential to get in and be able to do it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah,
even if there's an external credential, then absolutely fine. So a lot
yeah.
of the projects that I work with, we always
Uh-huh.
get one external credential.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because QA doesn't have to be internal facing.
Yeah, for
QA
us, they made it like everything internal facing. So that's a tough thing.
and maybe that could be a
Yeah,
very valid business security
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? It was awesome looking at your application. We wished we could continue to work. All the team members would have been excited. But maybe the only thing is, even if I take it as a project offline where we are few of us working on it, we still all need to log into it from
Yeah,
our
yeah,
end to run or to do
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
And that'll, so let us know if there's something that
Yeah, I'll see. And
has a
now I need to
workaround.
talk to the architecture guys and see if they can create something offline for us.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you go to the regular sonycontrols.com, the one you gave me as the
Uh-huh,
URL,
uh-huh.
and give us an access, user access, the same
Okay.
from QA, whatever you created this account, let them
Mhm.
do it there, because say that on Selenium, we're doing a grid run, or
Yeah.
we want to do it on multiple systems, not
Okay.
just on this. We need just an open access for it.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out with my director and let you know too.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, as a switch on, switch off thing, it's a 5 minutes thing, but it can take a week at least for
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
to get
yeah.
an
It's a
answer.
huge. It's a huge application with so many variations you have here.
And there'll be a management team which has to look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that. It's all
Yep,
about
yep.
security as well, but this
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
a fantastic application.
Yeah, yeah. This is like latest. We built with the latest tools and everything. Where on a Linux-based systems, everything we operate
Hmm.
here. So,
Sure.
yep.
Thank you, Satish. Thank you so much.
No problem. No
I
problem.
really appreciate it. So, team, I honestly, even I was very enticed. This will be exciting for all of us to practice at least the basics of it through AnyAUT and show the power of what AnyAUT can do on such an application. And believe me, on even on this kind of an application, we can cross 95% of automation, like converting all our manual scenarios. It's highly possible, team, and that's the intent of it. So now we are stuck back with the as to what. Let me make myself the presenter. Thank you, Satish, but really appreciate it. Looks amazing as a system as well. Um, but the good part of what we have as an framework is it is application independent. You can start building it for any application in the way you've seen Satish also working on it. So team, I think we have spent a lot of our time on it. I have an empty one. Can we at least decide an application? um, there were a few here that came up. Things like Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest and so on are components that business. Or let's talk about I don't know, anyone. Final few, team, one or two. I'll take a quick one. Now I'm getting more nuances. We have a large audience and thankful so much that so much participation today on Halloween as well. LinkedIn, Facebook, LinkedIn, to LinkedIn, Facebook, Student Varsity. Shall we try Facebook, which is like a general application, or I don't know, team, I'm confused. Costco, yeah, I forgot. Let's see Costco once. So I go always in an incognito window. That way it's easy. Team, I think I'm okay with Costco. I'll do a Control 0 so that it's all zoomed out. And always remember, team, in your automation, your zoom level should be at 100%. Because if it's not, then it's looking somewhere, it's clicking somewhere. It's almost like automation will get a squint if your zoom is not set to 100%. Your shortcut is Control 0. Control plus is zoom more. Control minus is zoom in, zoom out. And then Control 0 is get it to 100%. Okay, let's take this. I hope that's fine with all. pjs.com. We'll miss you, Sony's control. But check and let me know, please. So this is the URL of it. What happened? Hello. Oh, edit. Sorry. I was not able to. I was thinking why. Costco. So E-mart, e-com market. It's actually, what do you call Costco as team? What can you term it? I mean, how would you brand it as an industry? Wholesale, re wholesale e-commerce? It's not retail, it's a wholesale e-com. So let's say wholesale e-com, and that's where I think Amazon will be an e-commerce only, but they have also stores. So wholesale e-commerce. Okay, that's fine. Just a detail of that. And now, as part of Costco, let's quickly identify a couple of them and start working on them, team. So what becomes important is to go module by module. Otherwise, you can never automate an application. So here we have the home page and there are a lot of things under the home page. But primarily there's a search we can take as a module, login as a module. There's a cart as a module. But to get to cart, we also need to create. But how will we create our account? How will we log in? We don't have test accounts, right? Do you all have Costco accounts, team? And if you have, you'll have to change it at your end as well. Let's say sign in or register. It's not going to give me a free account to register. At least Facebook, we can all create. Add membership number is optional. Oh, cool. Why? Buy member only items. Oh, wow. That's something new. So I think we should be fine by taking a different membership, like just without a membership number associated with it. Then there's a buy membership too. That's nice. I like their website. It's very simple, easy. Let's do one module, team. And the first module that we will add, I will call it as Costco. So we already know it's Costco. I'll just say CO. Buy. Actually, Costco module name. Buy membership. Team, next few days, you have to be a little patient because it's all about building it. And so, yeah, a little bit patient, please. M01, I'm just gonna call that. And maybe I'll just say buy mem. Some description, and then a module is basically created, team. Now against this module is what we want to be adding test cases. Unless you have a module, you cannot add a test case. So one of the first test case that we can add to this module, the only one that I have right now, is let us say I'll have 4 test cases: gold star, gold executive, business, business executive, and each one have different buttons to click on and take that option. Okay, so say let's star executive, business, business executive. Okay, nice. And this is where the kind of initial laborious process comes in, team. But then once we are set on this, we can switch to an Excel, and that'll make it easy. This will give us a template, team, where you cannot go wrong. Star executive. Add test case. Okay, cool. underscore, what was the other one? Business. My keys are getting stuck, team. All right, so now look at the logic. So we have 4 that we created for this. Now, if I need to write test steps for this, just think of it, team, and we'll continue tomorrow with going and finishing a few scenarios on this. How do we get to it? All right, how do we get to this whole process? For any of these test cases, with star member, star executive business member, business executive member, how do we get to them? If we go to Costco.com, like a new first time visitor, let us assume, then I see cart here, or yeah, or maybe sign in register. And then I click on create an account. And then I click on buy membership. And then I choose which membership level. Is that correct? So within these 4 scenarios, there are at least 5, 6 steps which are common. Now, should I write them, each of them for everyone? No. What we will do now is create something called as user defined keywords for it. So user defined keyword is something I'll explain it to you, team. Once I create to you one, but at least ting, 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 ting. It'll take a little time. But what is the user defined keyword name? Header membership. This is modules M01 by membership. I'm gonna edit this. And it will reflect to any other test cases that were associated to a team. M01 underscore by. It doesn't have to be here. Need to renew membership, renew new. What will be the name? Join Costco. Just want to give it the right name. Register account, sign in. I'm looking at the title here, team. Welcome to Costco Wholesale. Beautiful. Inspiring website. So it was join Costco. See? So this basically will be my one step called join Costco. And I'll give it saying that join underscore Costco. So it's easy for me to look at team spaces. Sometimes look at text. This is a identification. So in anything with ID, please don't use spaces as a rule of thumb. This is to go to the join Costco page and choose membership levels. And I'll just add this UDK. Now for this UDK, I can add steps team. So think of this user defined, this is called UDK team. I think, let me take a fresh class from tomorrow on this, explain to you what is built-in keyword, what are all of these keywords that AnyAUT Orange currently has, and what they do, and what are user defined keywords. As we add one scenario, it will become easy for us to understand. Team, any other questions for today, please? But it was at least interesting to see the kind of applications that we can easily get towards and the scope of it. The most important aspect is which direction do we go? Shall we take Selenium WebDriver all the way, build a custom framework and write every code there, or write it in an Excel or do we put it in an ID? Or so that direction depends on how big your application gets, how important or complex it gets. See, as I look at it, Sony's controls looks very simple, but once you log into it, it's like a admin dashboard, like we see with the WordPress or any other engines, where you change it at the panel level and it reflects every other instance. So great. Thank you, everyone. Happy Halloween again. I'll see you back tomorrow. Take care. Bye now. Bye, everyone.